Hello my dear friends, I hope that all of you are safe and sound wherever you are. So guys, in my last video I had mentioned about the various immigration mistakes that new applicants do, and in that one of the mistakes that I had mentioned was that there are many people who think that express entry and PNP are the only options of migrating to Canada. While that is not true, I received lot of questions and queries from many of my subscribers asking that what are the different ways of migrating to Canada and what all are the different processes, different steps involved in each one of them. So guys, I have thought to make this particular video in which I'll be discussing about different ways to migrate to Canada except express entry and PNP. So guys, for those of who you have not watched that video, the link of which will be given in the description below, or it will be available somewhere on the top here. So guys, let's just jump into the topic. So dear friends, after express entry and PNP, the most common way of migrating to Canada is through family sponsorship. So guys, family sponsorship means if you have any of your relative who is living in Canada as a PR or a Canadian citizen, then that relative can sponsor you. But guys, this particular person must be related to you, and by family relationship what I mean is it can either be your parent, your child, your grandchild, your grandparent, your real brothers, or your step brothers. So guys, unfortunately uncle, aunties are not considered as immediate family members, they are considered as extended family members, so they can't sponsor you, but close family members like your parents, grandparents, child, grandchild, brothers, and your even step brother, sisters can sponsor you. So if you have anyone who is your close family member who is either a PR or citizen of Canada, then definitely yes, they can sponsor you for your family sponsorship visa. Guys, the next way by which you can migrate to Canada is through something called as caregiver program. The role of a caregiver is in high demand and there is a lot of scope for that role in Canada. The role of caregiver can be thought of someone as whom you can talk to, someone who can take care of your day-to-day needs, someone who can assist you if you are physically or mentally incapable of taking care of yourself. So the role of a caregiver is more or less based on a compassion level, and you can expect a healing touch or someone whom you can talk to. Yeah, so it's a very compassionate and a good natured role. So guys, if you are a caregiver, then you can definitely apply for caregiver program. There are certain other restrictions which you need to take care. I will be giving the link of which in the description below. So if you are into a caregiving profession, then you can register yourself as a caregiver, and then you can see if you are eligible to come to Canada. So definitely check out the link which I'll be giving in the description box. Guys, the next way by which you can come to Canada is through entrepreneur or business startup visa program. Guys, in this you need to have a lot of capital and you need to have expertise in the line of business that you're working on. Say for example, if you have a well established and set up business back in your home country, and if you want to expand your business in Canada, then you can come to Canada on a business visa and you can expand your business in Canada. Or say for example, if you have a lot of capital back in your home country, you have a lot of money, you want to invest that money in starting up a new business in Canada or acquiring an existing business in Canada, then you can apply through this startup business program. But guys, let me tell you that this is not for everyone. The reason being because first of all, you need to have a lot of capital, approximately around 200,000 Canadian dollars is required to show upfront that you are invested in, that you would be interested in investing that money to start a business in Canada. And secondly, you need to have ample experience and expertise in running up your business, and you need to know the tips and tricks in the line of business that you're working on. So this is not for commoners, to be honest with you. Guys, the next way by which you can migrate to Canada is not one option but a set of options collectively known as pilot programs. Pilot means it is some kind of experiment that is being conducted either by IRCC or by the government of Canada in order to get people to Canada either in a specific profession, either in a certain area of expertise, or in a certain geographical location of Canada. Now this can be done either at a provincial level, it can be either done at a federal level, or it can be done at a profession level. Okay, so few things to tell you about the pilot programs are, first of all, it's a pilot. it's not going to be there for a lifetime. It will be there either for certain number of years. It will be either there for certain number of people only. Say for example, there is a pilot program in which they want only 5,000 people in a specific province. So the moment they get 5,000 people, that pilot would be curtailed. Or they want certain professions only, and once that profession threshold has been reached in that particular area, they would simply pull it off. And second thing about the pilot program is that you never know when it will start and when it will end. So basically it is your responsibility to make sure that you are updated about the different changes that happens in the immigration stream, because there are many a times that a new pilot would be suddenly introduced, and without further notice the pilot would be suddenly terminated. So it is your responsibility to make sure that you keep yourself updated. The pilots that are currently in progress are Yukon Community Pilot Program, AIPP, RNIP, and many others. Guys, finally coming to the last way in which you can migrate to Canada, and that is through a temporary route. By temporary route, what I mean is you can either come up as a student, take up an education course here in Canada. You can come on a business trip. You can come on a work permit working for an employer, and work permit can be either open work permit or a closed work permit. And so guys, with this you can gain Canadian experience, and through CEC class you can apply for your Canadian PR. So guys, these are the different ways in which you can move to Canada. So guys, with this I end this particular video. To conclude, I would just like to say that it's a myth that PNP and Express Entry are the only ways of migrating to Canada. Express Entry is definitely the most popular and most widely used, but with the high CRS scores going on these days, there are not many people who would be able to get invitation to apply, right? So PNPs also are gaining a lot of popularity and importance as an alternative to Express Entry to come to Canada. However, there are overall 80 to 100 different ways in which you can come to Canada, which I spoke about in this particular video. So keep a lookout on different PNPs, different pilot programs, different other startup programs, courses, and other different things through which you may be eligible and you may be able to come to Canada. So guys, with this I end this particular video. I hope you all like the contents of it and you found it useful. And if you really do, please do like, comment and subscribe, and don't hesitate to send it to your friends, family and relatives for whom this would be useful. So with this, I say goodbye and take care.